Hey everyone, it's Mana here. I've been asked to review the new Lucky Hero banner. So this is season 2 for the Seven Deadly Sins collaboration. So I'm just gonna take a quick look. I didn't look too much in details because I was pretty busy yesterday. And let's take a quick look here. So yeah, this is the start of season 2. There's a new scenario. Uh, just to take a look really quickly here before we head to the banner. So make sure you do the scenario event. They give you a ton of diamonds. I just cleared it out. You can read the storyline too on these books. It's quite interesting. I usually like reading through the collaborations, but nowadays I kind of speed read it. Like I click through it really quickly and uh, just just take a look. Anyways, so there's a since season 2 started, there's also a new connect battle. So I've been doing the first connect battle, and I'll tell you guys why I'm doing that in probably in a separate video. So this video I kind of want to focus more on rating these two heroes that just released yesterday. So there's two banners that released yesterday. One is the gear summon, and one is the lucky banner summon. So gear is important too for both PvP and PvE. It's just like most people prefer having the hero before gear, but for me, I think they're equally important. So so for what's good here, Fountain of Youth, it used to be really high tier, but now it's kind of came down here. And for these gear, I think it's very specific. Like this is like a two-hit Earth attack damage for range. So this is really dependent on like which connect are you having the most trouble with, or which connect do you want to do better. Like for whales, they would just pull on everything, but like if you're like free to play, or you only buy like a diamond pass, like me, then you really have to be strategic on what you what you get. So for hearing, and no barrier is always good for gear. There's always connects that brings up barriers, and if you have a lot of gear that ignore barrier, you can pretty much ignore that mechanic and keep doing damage, which is excellent. Um, yeah. Okay, so all right, let's take a look at these two heroes. So there's two heroes, Exquire and what was it? Frigg. Yes. So these are the two heroes here. Okay, this is a magic, Aether, and airborne. So I'm a little bit hesitant on giving this a good rating just because it's airborne. I kind of like my team is all airborne, and I want to kind of diversify. Like you don't the way you build an arena in PvP is that you don't want your team to be heavily weak against like one type of attack. So let's say you're all airborne and the enemy brings like three heroes that hits airborne and CC them really hard, then that's pretty much like hard counters you. But the more diverse your team is, the harder it is to hard counter you a specific way, and that's how you do well. So like for me, I don't think Magic Airborne is that great right now. I would rather have like a Magic Grounded, just because if you think about the top tier heroes, let me go to my tier list really quickly here. So for the top tier mages, this is airborne, this is airborne, this is airborne, this is airborne, this is grounded. So it's pretty heavily lopsided for the S tier heroes that it's airborne. And there's heroes that hits airborne specifically, which are um, Harm and Melv. They both hit airborne quite hard. And there's also Nabe that hits airborne. There's Sania that hits airborne. So if you, yeah, I don't know. Okay, that's in terms of slotting and the type, I guess. Okay, let's take a look at the skill now. So three allies with highest light resistance, light ring, and shadow clone. Shadow clones means after it takes a turn, it'll do the exact same turn but at 50% damage. So that's good in that, let's say you have a gear that CCs the enemy, but the enemy have status resist ailment, right? That's a 50% chance to resist the CC, the stun or whatever. But the Shadow Clone, you hit him pretty much twice. So you technically have twice the chance of you double your chance of CCing that unit. So Shadow Clone is definitely good here, and Light Ring 2 turns. But only thing is like it's only 2 turns. But of course you can boon it. Boon means all your positive skills gets extended by 1 turn. So both sorts has boon. All 3 sorts has boon in their skill. So uh, tied in with these, you can technically extend these. All right, so this is a quite a new skill here called Grace. So what I understand Grace does is when you get heroes have a Grace, let's say 1 stack of Grace, right? So the next time it gets CC'd, any CC, it will negate that CC and does what Grace says it will do. So in this case, let's say your hero gets CC'd. Instead of getting CC'd, it won't get CC'd, and instead it'll do this. So on self, it'll restore 10% HP. Um, Status ailment resistant 50% 2 turns, and 2 allies with lowest HP, it does that. And then magic attack up, magic defense up. So I think magic is predominantly the damage of choice here. I don't see too much attack heavy teams that there are with Shoutair and Levy, but I think magic is more common. So magic defense up is pretty good. Resuscitate means 50% more heals. So overall, it's a very special unit. I think I have to see her in battle a few times before I can tell you whether or not she's great. So here comes the CC part. Forefront enemy reckoning. Reckoning means they can't heal, but HP up still would heal them. Back enemy Holy Chain. Holy Chain, as I explained in my previous videos, is the best crowd control skill because they cannot move, plus their skill gauge cannot go up. And it hits the back four. And it hits human, elf, Darien, beast. Wow, this is very inclusive. Oh my goodness. Okay, if you think about the top tier team here, what I mean, I would rate this as a really solid team. Let me just put it here as an illustration. So you would have, yeah, you have your mage tank here, Alfana. You have your Seraph, and then you have your double swords, and then you have dog. Yep. So this is pretty much meta. I mean, there's other ways like you can have a Ray here instead of dog, but I think this is a very solid team. So let's go back to the targeting. Targeting human, elf, Darien, beast. Back four. CC this, and CC this. 3 targets out of 4 in the back. That's huge. That's huge. And let's say instead of like well, you'll still keep Osor. Osor is pretty much stable. So yeah, I mean you CC 3 targets off of a metal team. That's huge. Okay, let's see. Self counter attack on a passive. Airborne, ground armor, Azers, defense, magic defense. Now, okay, so their passive is pretty poor, and I would say I would say this is a okay hero, but let's just say Grace. I don't know if Grace will save you. Okay, let's say you have status resistant already on, and you have Grace. Like which one applies first? Yeah, I don't know. Like people will have to test this in order to see if which one of these apply first. If Grace applies first before your status ailment kicks in, then this will pretty much be pretty wasteful. Like there's a lot of CC out there that hits the entire team. Like the sleep staff, I use sleeps the entire team, so it's knock out Grace like instantly. And I think this is Grace. You can't boon it because it's not a duration thing. It's just like a safety stack. So yeah, I think Garmin's down in terms of getting hero images. So what I've been doing is I've been using my snippet tool here and just to grab a hold of this, and I'll put in my tier list. Let's move these out of the way really quickly. I can just delete these. All right, bear with me while I format this. So this is a magic. I would say it's probably over here. Top 50. Yeah, I think it's fair to for me to say she's top 50 tier based off of her kit. If I see people use her effectively against me, or if I see teams that I can test against, then I can probably bump her up. But for now, let's see. Oh, actually, I kind of want to put her in A tier, but one of these have to come down. I think Villy should come down. She's okay, but I think her kit is better than Villy's. So I would put her up here, and let me make this a little bit bigger, I guess. Let's do one. One's too big. 195. Okay, there it goes. Yeah, yep. So yeah, A tier for her. Yeah, she's just kind of like a PvP, PvE hero. Yeah, and PvE, you hit twice, and you give light ring shadow clone. Yeah, I would say that's pretty good with M attack up. So it's good for light connects. And I do have a lot of light heroes, so I don't know how useful she would be. Okay, next one, Exquire. Range, grounded elf. Grounded is good in the back, I think. Yeah, I think grounded is okay in the far back if you do one range. But elf, I really don't like this elf. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the type alone, I would say this is a pretty easy to crowd control, very easy to control. But Esquire, I think her what I read the community say is her skill is pretty much instant. So the speed is a big deal here. All right, the first thing that comes up is Berserk, Dark Ring, 3 turns, all allies. Oh, this is huge. I think this is the first team-wide Dark Ring. So Dark Ring increased dark damage by 50% and Leech like a percentage of the dark damage dealt. Leech means you heal HP. Defense defense up for 30% 3 turns. Yeah, maybe magic defense up would have been better, but you can't really complain. It's still defense up, and there are still attack damage in play if unless you run like a mage tank like I do. All right. Wow. Okay. This is pretty much like a dark powerhouse. So this is pretty much the pinnacle of PvE where you have multiple hits, many like 3 or more hits. This is pretty much the pinnacle of PvE hero. And let's see, the CC, I would say silence is not great and only affects grounded heroes. So right now the meta, like I told you, is all airborne. So this is not gonna CC anything in my team. My team is all airborne. Okay, so yeah, ignore shields, ignore counter attack. Omen shortens by 1 turn. Silence and pit chain. Pit chain is brand and curse together, so he can't heal. But again, this is only grounded hero. I would say this is a Grand Arena team. I think Frigg is more like, oh, I can use her in both Arena and Grand Arena. Whereas Exquire, because she's in the far back, there's better range hero choices here. Yeah, like Sloth is good, A Ray, Pocket Ray is good, Dog is good, but uh, this is limited. Ray is limited. Sloth you can get it probably in any any Scallion banner. Let's see. This is APOC. Yeah, I mean there's decent range here, but for the mage, there's not too many up in the top tier that you can easily get. Like this is limited. But these 4 comes back. This comes back. This comes back. This is lucky banner. This is limited. So yeah, there's not great mages. So I would say Frigg is pretty decent in that respect. But I can't overlook the Dark Ring here for PvE because I know how important. Like if you do guild drive, you try to compete for the fastest clear time. These you do need something like this. All right, let's look at the passive really quickly. All ground allies damage up against ground. This is okay. It's not great. No, it would be better if it's like all allies, because sometimes you run airbornes in your team, but you could make up for it. I would say Dark Rain though. Let's see. It Dark Rings first, so that means all of this is boosted by Dark Ring. So and then Berserk. Yeah. I would still say it's a Grand Arena hero, but given the kits, Let's see. Let me look at Granite really quickly. Okay. Let's see. Grounded, grounded. I think this is grounded. This is grounded. So this is grounded, 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 grounded. So I think in Granite Arena for sure, but in regular arena, yeah, I mean this is all airborne. You have two grounded here. One, two grounded. One grounded. I don't know what the back here is. Probably APOC Ray, so it's only one grounded. So yeah, I would say it's. I would rank her a little bit lower. Let me grab her picture really quickly here. Okay, and I'll format her to maybe one. I would say it's kind of beat here. I need her a little bit smaller. 0.95. Let's do that. Yeah, I would say probably beat her if not lower. Just if I put Exquire here, I think she's similar to Exquire in terms of strength. Exquire is just quick and barrier to all, and her skill is instant too. So yeah, I think it's fair to say she could probably compete in the top 50 in the A rank arena. So yeah, I mean in terms of value though, like for 60,000 diamonds, I think it's okay. But for me, I don't know if I would pull this yet. Normally, I would just pull once, but I don't have a lot of diamonds saved up, so usually I want to save like 60K to guarantee that I can buy it from the token shop. So it costs 8,500 tokens. Yeah, so you need about 60K diamonds. I don't know if I have that. But yeah, I mean that's the rating so far. I would say if you're free to play, go ahead and do like the first discount stuff for 50% off, and that's probably the all I would recommend. I've been playing this game for like 4 years, and I've always gotten myself in the rabbit hole of like, oh, I'll just do two pulls, or I'll pull until I get the super lucky, and I end up spending like 20K diamonds, whereas and then I get like nothing. So if I were to save instead and save 60K to ensure that I'll at least hit pity, then I would have gotten a little bit more heroes. So that's my advice. Do one step. If you get something, great. If not, so be it. Just keep saving, and that's kind of it. So yeah, that's my rating for these two heroes. I would say it's okay if you skip it. I think they come back. Oh, they do have a great boost, but I don't think they do anything special on a great boost. Yeah, just more defense down, more damage. Yeah, yeah, I haven't decided whether I pull this or not, but yep, I would say one step is okay. All right, that's it for this video. I might do another video after this, because I still have to do the connect, but I don't want to run this video too long for the hero rating alone. Okay, thank you guys. See you guys next time.